today's video I've taken from a video Guthrie Trapp did this week called Melodic Content in A minor. And this is really good. He's moving between the changes using single notes so you can really hear them chord changes. Now I'm going to break it down really slowly. I've got tab sheets and arpeggio sheets that'll be popping up on screen, plus the scale that we're going to be using underneath. So I'm going to play it and then we'll start dissecting what's going on.
That's a great example of the melodic content.
Right, so we're in the key of A minor. What we've got A minor off the 5th fret, our E form, and then we've got D minor also off the 5th fret, but it's our A rooted minor shape. And then we've got, for the 5 chord, we've got E7. All in the same position, these chords. Now what you want to do, how you're really going to help seeing this stuff if you learn the arpeggios and the triads for these chords, which is what Guthrie's always going on about. He's not wrong. So the arpeggio for our A minor, we've got 5/8 on the low E. So this is going to go root 3rd 5th, root 3rd 5th. So 5/8. And then on the A string, we've got the 7th fret, and then D string, also 7th fret, and then 5th fret, G, B and high E. And we could come over to the 8th fret of the high E. So altogether that arpeggio. So we've got root 3 5. Then we start on the 5th, we've got 5th, root 3rd. These are our triads. Then we've got, so that's 5th, root 3rd. Then we've got root 3 5. And then we've got all on the 5th fret, G, B and high E strings, we've got 3rd, 5th and root. Them are the triads, so you need to learn all that. Now for the D minor, also root 3 5, and then we've got 5 root 3rd. So this triad, you can just think of the whole shape, but we can just take off our first finger, and that's on the D, G and B strings. And then we've got root 3 5 on the G 9th fret, sorry 7th fret, B string 6th fret, and then high E 5th fret. So there's the triad. Again. And then the E7. We can have this triad here. So we've got root, 7th fret of the A, major 3rd, 6th fret on the D, and the 5th, 4th fret of the G, which isn't actually in this chord shape, but it's in the arpeggio, it's there, we just haven't got enough fingers. So root, 3rd, 5th, and then we've got the flat 7 on the 7th fret of the G, then we've got the root with our middle finger, 5th fret of the B, major 3rd, 4th fret of the high E, and then the 5th again on the 7th fret of the high E. So that whole arpeggio. And I'm just playing these from the root. It makes it easier if you're first learning these, just to play them from the root to begin with. So A, D, E, back to A. Now we've got the scale, which is the A natural minor scale that we're using. So you can think of, if you know your A minor pentatonic, it's the A minor pentatonic with two added notes. We've got our half steps added in. So we've got the B note on the 7th fret, and then we've got the F note on the 6th fret of the B string. There's the B again on the 4th fret of the G. Then we've got 8th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret of the A, and then the same on the low E. That's the scale we want to be seeing underneath all this stuff. I'm going to play the video again, and then we'll look at the melody that Guthrie plays.
That's a great example of the melodic content.
So it starts off A minor. So we're going to come down the A minor triads, arpeggio, but we're not starting on the root, we're going to start on the 5th. So we're going to go 5th, 5th, root, 3rd, 5th. That's what he does for the A minor. And then he comes over and he plays the 8th fret of the B string. Now it's not in the chord, it's in the scale. This is a scale tone that we're adding in. And that takes us perfectly to this note here, which is the 6th fret of the B string, which is in our scale, and it's the minor 3rd of the D. So that flat 7 takes us right into that chord tone. There's the change. And he comes up, that triad for D minor. So we've got minor 3rd, root, 5th, all together. Then goes back down that same shape. That's covering the D. Then he goes back into the 5th fret of the B string, so now we're back in A minor. Up the A minor triad, so we've got 5th fret B, 5th fret G, to the root, which is 7th fret of the D. Super slow from there. Then we're going to go back down that triad. So it's back down the same way we come up. Now we need our E7. So now we grab the 7th fret of the G string. That's the flat 7 now for our E7. And then we come over to the 4th fret G string. That's the 5th of the chord. Then 6th fret of the D, major 3rd. Then over to the 7th fret of the A string. That's the root. So we've just come straight up that E7 arpeggio. All together. Then we just go right back down that same arpeggio, the same order we come up, but in reverse. So we go root, 3rd, 5th, flat 7, then the flat 7 of the E takes us back to A minor, the major 3rd of A minor, G string, 5th fret. And then we come 7 on the D, 7 on the A, so we've just come up that triad for A minor. Then 8th fret, low E, and then down the scale, 7th fret, 5. All together really slow. Let's listen to it again and play it once more.
That's a great.
So like I said, you need to learn the arpeggios and the triads, then start adding in the melody and you'll start to see this stuff. If you just learn the melody without knowing really the chord shapes very well or the triads, it's all going to be a bit of a mystery. I'll go through it one more time, really, really slow. So A minor, I'll shout out when I do the chord change. So A minor, D, A minor, E7, A minor, Practice it really, really slowly. If you've got any questions, give me a shout. If you want the tablatures in PDF format, leave a comment, but state in the comment that you want the tabs, and then I'll connect with you in the comments. I'll get your email, I'll give you my email address, and then you can just ping me an email and I'll reply with the tabs. So have some fun with that, and I'll see you soon.